We live in a society where us comic book movie fans are feasting. Irregardless if you're Team DC or Team Marvel, we are living our best life. Now DC and Marvel have discovered that streaming is very much the way forward, be it the MCU TV shows or here, Zack Snyder's Justice League on HBO Max. Welcome to Superhero Nexus, and if you enjoyed the video then please do drop a like down below and subscribe with notifications on so you never miss a video. The trailer and true version of the Justice League movie is a result of the campaigning and passionate fans for years, often maligned and hated for no reason other than being beyond passionate. They have forced WB's hand to give them not what they wanted, but what Zack Snyder deserved, a chance to finish his DC trilogy that started 7 years ago with Man of Steel. I won't waffle on too much about the awful Justice League movie we got, but it was clearly not the one we expected or was clearly envisioned. And here, with this trailer, this stunning trailer, we get the sweeping epic that we first expected. Now, the trailer opens with Superman's death cry being sent out across the world and galaxy as Lex Luthor's chilling words, "The bell has been rung," is said, hinting at Darkseid and his forces coming back to try and take Earth, something they tried thousands of years ago and failing, causing Steppenwolf's exile. The pantheon of Apocalypse were largely missing, and even Kieran Hines, the voice of Steppenwolf, said the movie he saw was not the one he acted in. Missing was the meeting of Darkseid, Darkseid and Steppenwolf, and the long-rumoured shot of Steppenwolf's head being yeeted through a boom tube while the Justice League stared down the intimidating Darkseid. The cry seems to have awoken something in the cosmos, as we see Steppenwolf speak to Darkseid and promising that the world will fall. It's in the city where Steppenwolf tried to make his final stand by using all of the mother boxes to create the Unity, so it seems we will indeed have his head roll at Darkseid's feet. We see these new shots which also had Darkseid and Granny Goodness, new to this movie. Darkseid was a young boy manipulated by Darkseid into helping him and would later become his master torturer. Now, we've seen a shot of him before on Vero, but new here was Granny Goodness, who we had a brief clip of the other day, is a major character in the story of Apocalypse, the planet that Darkseid rules with an iron fist. She rules the female Furies, the fanatical fighters fiercely loyal to Darkseid. She even trained Scott-Free, aka Mr. Miracle, the child of the rival planet New Genesis. I won't go too much into that, but one of the best stories I think I've ever read in comic book form was Mr. Miracle by Tom King, which you can go and check out, which sort of goes into this a bit. These are brand new scenes that expand the movie's scope, while the original felt so very closed off despite having that amazing history lesson scene and really dealing with Steppenwolf and the mother boxes. It felt closed off from the wider comic world, whereas the MCU does explore the wider world. Here we're finally getting that in DC form. We know the nightmare scene is what would happen if Darkseid survives, and considering this was supposed to be a two-parter movie, then it will be curious as to where this movie will actually end. It's rumoured that the crew will fail originally to stop the Unity and subsequent terraforming of Earth, which gives us the nightmare world we saw in BVS, with the Flash having to go back in time to help Cyborg go inside the mother box. We get some new nightmare shots where we see Cyborg in this hellscape with a huge upgrade of a cannon. He's rumoured to have a new look and general suit upgrade in this world gone wrong, and it may explain why his CGI looks very weird here. We actually see the Flash behind him when he grabs the mother box, except in the original, the Flash didn't speed behind him when he was kind of converging with that box, hinting at the long rumoured time travel and a culmination of that payoff scene we got in Batman vs Superman, where he said that Lois is the key. Now, we also got more nightmare shots and even some top-tier trolling from Zack Snyder, as the Joker says we live in a society where honour is a distant memory. Clearly meta-commentary and real kind of FU towards WB and the arduous task of getting WB to give the fans what they want and come clean about the abuse that happened on set after Zack Snyder left the project. Clearly, at the end of the world, we have the two most iconic enemies in all of modern media thrown together. But it is a psychic projection that is, well, what we see, what happens if they fail. But it looks like this is what originally was going to be part 2 of the Justice League. Snyder has said how this is what we see as Batman comes to terms with what happened, and he wished to explore what would have happened with the Joker and Batman and the death of Robin should he been able to make further movies. Heck, if this racks in the HBO Max subs, which I fully expect it will, then I expect we will get a fully fledged streamer Snyderverse. However, in this movie, we will be seeing the Joker team up with the Batman, the Flash, Cyborg, as well as Deathstroke to try and take down Darkseid, as we see shots of Darkseid's ships and parademons in this nightmare scene. This is where the time travel will come in, and in BVS the Flash did say that he was too early, so that Flash is from the nightmare reality, and he was a bit too early there. But he did give Bruce some hints of where to go next after BVS. The Joker was one of the only things that was not originally in Vision, so he's the only thing that has been added post-original shooting, script and everything. He's the only thing that is really new to the original cut and the original Snyder Cut. And, well, Snyder thought that it was criminal we never got to see Leto and Affleck face off face to face. From the leaked storyboards, we had a ripped in half Cyborg be saved by the Flash and taken away from battle with Batman. And the original, he was ripped up as he tried to stop the Unity, so it must be at this point the movie heads into the future. It's clear now looking at this trailer that they will fail and have to go 5 years in the future, causing the Flash to rush back in time. Now, speaking of the Flash, the original shots cut out that were leaked years ago are here, and we will get the Flash fleshed out more. Also fleshed out more will be Cyborg, who was supposed to be at the heart of the original movie, until Joss Whedon, well, he did his thing. I'm not going to go too much into that. We want to put that in the past until we get the outcome of that investigation. But inside the mother box, when Cyborg heads in there to save the world, or at least attempt to save the world a second time, he will find his parents, and we will see shots of Cyborg along with the Atom throughout the movie. So there's big stuff going on here. The movie will have a lot more to it as a whole, with even Martian Manhunter debuting, or should I say returning, as we first saw him as the General in Man of Steel, with the history lesson having a lot more significance here, with Darkseid, albeit smaller, appearing in place of Steppenwolf, who has a redesign. Also, the assault on Themyscira has new brutal scenes of Darkseid's uncle tearing things up. Now, long rumoured but not shown are scenes with Aquaman and his mentor during the moment when he goes to Atlantis to try and stop that mother box from being taken. However, we do see Steppenwolf in Atlantis, so I do hope we get to see more of that. In general, this was a superb trailer which really showed the scope and scale of what Zack Snyder really wanted to do. I watched Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman before this trailer came out to prep for this video, and Justice League felt so different, but this trailer is more in tone and melodramatic and look of what Zack Snyder really wanted, or at least what I expect he wanted. We also get a stunning look at the Kryptonian recovery suit, aka Superman's black suit, as he goes ham in the final fight. It was a suit that Superman returned in post-death in the comics, and is arguably one of the most iconic superhero suits of all time. This is where we get the Superman we know, the hopeful optimist, as he grows into his powers and, more importantly, purpose. The Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman is dead, but now we have the classic Superman. And if only people had allowed Snyder to have some slack and tell his story how he wanted to tell it. The whole story and origin doesn't have to be done over one movie, and it's clear here that people weren't used to that. We're getting a markedly different movie, and this shows it. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and it will be a marathon, as this movie is 4 hours long. But Zack Snyder's wife has said that there are chapters in this movie, so each section will have its own theme, kind of like beginning and end, I expect, so we will be able to come back to it if we wish. But hey, let me know in the comments if you are watching this in one shot, because boy, I've waited long enough. I've waited as many years as there are hours in this dang thing, so I'm going to be watching this back to back. So let me know what you're most excited for. Drop a like down below if you enjoyed the video. Please do subscribe with notifications on, and I will see you soon. Stay safe, and you know what? Tell someone you love them, because we need more positivity in this world. Hey, it's a great day, Kings. I'll see you soon, and goodbye.